Hello, Jeremy Dancy, ACSM certified personal trainer here with some home exercise tips to improve your fitness while we're all locked up during the coronavirus. The next series that I'm going to do is kind of a follow-up and a little bit more of a detailed video. It's one of my videos that's been viewed the most by people, and actually some comments some people have reached out to me, kind of going a little bit more in depth with this. So I'm going to show you how to take your breathing, yes, I said your breathing, to a whole nother level. As far as improving efficiency, getting you to relax, allowing muscles to stretch and elongate more efficiency, all of that with just some simple exercises. I'm going to take you through a little bit of a series today, and it is a little bit of a workout. It's also a little bit of a progression from the first video I put out there into the next one, which is called crocodile breathing. We'll go over that a little bit here shortly, but with no further ado, what we're going to do is we're just going to lay into a supine position with both knees bent. So, and again, you want to decrease any tension you have on your spine. So if you're laying down flat on your back, prop your head up just a little bit, just a couple of inches, especially anybody who's got a lot of tension in their upper body. We're going to lay into this position right here onto the foam roller, which I'm going to use as far as a pillow. We want our feet just outside shoulder width apart. The first exercise we're going to do, just kind of put our hands down by our side, and we're going to do what's called a pelvic tilt. We're going to go ahead and we're going to smash the small of our back down as hard as we can into the floor. We're going to hold that for a few seconds and come back up. Again, you want to keep your pelvic floor tight. Look at my first exercise, engaging your core. Keep that one of my first videos. Keep that pelvic floor engaged as you do this, and then smash that lower back down on the ground. Okay, and you want to do this exercise anywhere between 10 to 12 times. For video purposes, I'm not going to really worry about counting repetitions or anything for myself. So again, you're going to tighten up that pelvic floor. Okay, keep your legs kind of relaxed and smash that lower back down into the ground. Okay, so after you do about 10 to 12 of these, the next exercise we're going to get into is what is called internal-external trunk rotations, okay? But you're really focusing on internal and external rotation of the hips as we do this. A lot of people will notice when they do this, they'll be kind of locked up or jammed up like this, or one leg will go down further than the other. That's just an indicator of some stuff that's happening in your hips that really shouldn't be. You should be able fluidly to roll both sides, side to side, with a little bit of tension. So we're just doing that, and that's kind of a judge to make sure that everything that we're doing is working. The next exercise we're going to get into is called a knee to chest. We're going to pull one knee up at a time, kind of get a mental feel for how that is, how tight that feels. We're going to let that leg down. We're going to bring up the other leg. Okay, just hold it for a few seconds again. You just want to feel a judge. Do I feel any tension in my groin? Do I feel anything in the front of my hip? You're just looking for improvement on the second go around that we do with these exercises. So right now, to the meat of it, the breathing exercise itself, we're going to place one hand on our chest, okay, one hand on our stomach. We're going to take a deep breath as far as we can, and then exhale slowly, pulling that stomach in as far as we can. Okay, even on the first breath, I can already start to feel some tension in my hips and lower back start to release. So we're going to do this anywhere between 5 to 8 times. Okay, again, just for number's sake, I'm just going to do a couple today. So again, when you take that deep breath, most people, when they take that deep breath, they're going to breathe it all into their chest. That's a big response as far as dysfunction because of a possible injury, some sort of lower back problem, neck problem. I mean, the list as far as things that could be or a reason why that happens. Stress is a big reason, but the reason why it happens. People become chest breathers, and that's a real dysfunctional way to breathe. So again, we're going to take that deep breath into our stomach, trying to let that chest move as little as possible. Stick that stomach out as far as you can. You want to feel a stretch as much as you can. And then exhale and pull that stomach in as far as you can. Again, do that anywhere between 5 to 8 times. The next exercise we're going to get into is what's called a TA engagement for transabdominalis. We're going to push, if we put our hands down here, we're going to feel a little bone in the front of our pelvis. Okay, just above that is our iliac crest. So we're going to go just beneath that to the inside there. If you kind of cough, you'll feel it push out a little bit. We want to tense that muscle up. We want to flex that muscle, and we want to hold it. We really want to try to charge it up. When you're doing this, you're going to feel your lower back go down and everything. So you're going to keep it nice and tight, nice and tight. Okay, hold that for about 10 to 15 seconds. Do it 2 to 3 times. The next exercise in this series are called pelvic tilts. We're going to put our hands down here. And we're going to smash that lower back down again and relax. Okay, again, we did these in the beginning. We're going to do these one more time, kind of right here, kind of just to let that loosen up a little bit and kind of get a judge and see how everything's feeling, okay? So the next exercise, and this is where the breathing exercises take an advancement, we're gonna put our hands down here again, but we're gonna kind of put our thumb or our forefinger towards the inside of our hip, because when we take this breath this time, we wanna work on a little bit of what's called lateral expansion. We wanna feel that kind of get pushed out a little bit, kind of changes. We're really working to develop and control the diaphragm muscles a lot more efficiently. So we're gonna take that deep breath again, all into our stomach, but right here, you wanna push it out to where you start to feel your hands move out on the sides a little bit. And then exhale, okay? So you want to take that big breath again, all into your stomach, push it out to where you can feel it pushing on your thumbs a little bit, or your forefinger, and then exhale, okay? So that's taking to, again, do about 5 to 8 of those, okay? That's going to be a little bit of a tricky one. Even on the first time I did it right there, I didn't want to feel engaged as much. Probably has a lot to do with as much as I've been sitting around, not engaged with clients as much. But so practice it a few times. You will notice that it start to kick in as you're doing it, okay? So from there, to see and make sure that all of what we did just worked, we're going to go right back to the beginning. Let's do those pelvic tilts again. Okay, it's a little bit more efficient. Does it feel smoother? Does it feel less bumpy or erratic as we're doing it, okay? So from there, we're going to go into that trunk rotation with internal and external hip rotation. And we're just going to kind of drop those knees side to side. Does that feel more loose? Do I feel the same tension in my groin or the front of my hip or anything that I was feeling the first time that we did these? Okay? From there, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring up one knee at a time. Does that feel more? If mine feels more loose, just after doing it once, okay? So again, go through each one of these, test it, kind of get a feel for how everything's feeling with it. So if you notice some improvement with it, I would say let's go ahead and take it, and let's do it again. Let's repeat it. Even if we do it 2 more times, 3 more times, because the only exercise we do, it's our body kind of telling us it likes this, it wants to incorporate this. And this will actually help to work on leg flexibility, all kinds of stuff as far as we'll start to loosen up with this. So the next evolution we're going to do is going into what I mentioned in the beginning. It's called crocodile breathing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to turn over onto our stomach. We're going to go ahead and we're going to lay our head here, our forehead right onto our hand so our face isn't directly onto the ground. And what we're going to do from here, keeping our feet kind of relaxed, everything's okay in our hips, all right? We're going to take that deep breath all into our stomach, trying to let our chest move as little as possible. Hold it for a second, and then exhale. Really focus on trying to feel just that stomach push out and the small of your back go up. And exhale. From this position, you're gonna really, because the weight's in the front of your core, you're gonna start to feel a little bit more of that lateral expansion. Mentally take note of that. How does that feel? What's moving, or what part of my body's moving to help me with that? So again, then from here, the next one is to focus all on that lateral expansion, okay? Taking that deep breath, pushing that stomach out to the sides. Hold it for a second, and then exhale. Do each one of these about 5 to 8 times. Go ahead, repeat them as much as you like if you're noticing any type of improvement from the next time that you do it. I hope you enjoyed this workout. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. Email me if you have any questions. Stay healthy and stay strong.